The Grand Hall of Galactic Military Academy fell silent. 300 alien cadets stood in perfect rows, their eyes fixed on Instructor Zara. She was a tall reptilian warrior with silver scales and cold yellow eyes. Her voice echoed through the massive chamber. Today is your first day at this academy. Most of you will fail. Most of you will run home, crying to your families. Some of you will not survive at all. The alien cadets shifted nervously. Some were covered in fur. Others had multiple arms. A few floated in the air using anti-gravity belts. But all of them looked terrified. Zara continued speaking. In the last century, we have trained students from 847 different species. Only 12 graduated. The rest either quit or died during training. A small figure stood at the back of the hall. She was different from all the others. She had smooth skin, 2 arms, 2 legs, brown hair tied in a simple ponytail. This was Maya Chun, the first human ever accepted into Galactic Military Academy. Maya was calmly eating an apple. The crunching sound seemed loud in the silent hall. 2 furry aliens near her whispered, "That is a human. She does not know she is already dead. Humans come from a death world called Earth. Their planet is covered in poison water, and they breathe corrosive oxygen." The other alien replied, "I heard their sun radiates deadly light, and they have creatures called mosquitoes that drink blood. Why would anyone accept a human here?" Instructor Zara's eyes locked onto Maya. "You, human, step forward." Maya walked to the front. She was still holding her apple. The other cadets moved away from her like she carried a disease. "Do you understand the danger you are in? This academy has killed beings 3 times your size and 10 times your strength. What makes you think a fragile human can survive here?" Maya took another bite of her apple. She chewed slowly. Then she smiled. "Yes, ma'am. I understand completely. I read all the training manuals on my flight here. Very interesting stuff. By the way, when does lunch start? I am getting really hungry." The entire hall gasped. Instructor Zara's eyes widened. For the first time in 50 years, she had no response. "Tomorrow morning, we begin the welcome chamber test. It has a failure rate of 99%. Be ready at dawn." Maya nodded cheerfully. "Sounds fun. See you tomorrow." That night, the alien cadets could not sleep. They were preparing mentally for the horrors ahead. But from Maya's room came a strange sound. She was humming a happy tune from Earth. She fell asleep within minutes. The next morning would change everything. The galaxy was about to learn what humans were truly made of. 3. Dawn broke over Galactic Military Academy. The massive cafeteria doors opened at exactly 6 in the morning. Alien cadets entered slowly. Their faces showed fear and exhaustion. The cafeteria was enormous. Tables stretched as far as the eye could see. But something was different about this place. Every food station had bright yellow warning signs. "Caution, extreme ingredients. Consume at your own risk." A green-skinned alien named Torax whispered to his teammate, "The food here is the real second test. They use ingredients from death worlds across the galaxy. Last week, 3 cadets ended up in Medical Bay for 5 days just from eating breakfast." Another alien with crystal-like skin added, "I heard the protein paste contains acids that can melt through steel, and the fruit juice is made from plants that eat animals on their home planets." Maya entered the cafeteria last. She was yawning and stretching. She looked around with curious eyes. Her stomach growled loudly. She walked to the food line. The serving alien was a blob-like creature with 12 tentacles. He stared at Maya with concern. "Human, are you sure you want to eat here? We have emergency ration pills that are safer for fragile species." Maya looked at the food trays. There was bubbling purple soup, bright red meat that seemed to move on its own, green vegetables that smoked like they were on fire, and a basket of bread that had a faint glow. She smiled. "No thanks. This looks amazing. I will take some of everything, please." The serving alien's eyes widened. "Everything. But human, your biology cannot handle this." Maya loaded her tray with huge portions. She took 3 bowls of the purple soup, 4 pieces of the glowing bread, a mountain of the smoking vegetables. and the largest piece of moving red meat available. Around the cafeteria, all conversation stopped. Every alien cadet stared at her in complete shock. Maya found an empty table and sat down. She picked up her fork. Then she paused. She looked around. "Hey, do you have any hot sauce?" An alien dropped his tray. It clattered loudly on the floor. A mechanical alien approached her carefully. "Human Maya, that is not hot sauce. That is thermal acid concentrate. We use it to clean engine parts. One drop can burn through flesh." Maya read the label on the bottle. "Oh, cool. Perfect." She poured it generously over all her food. The acid sizzled and steamed. In the hidden observation room above the cafeteria, Instructor Zara watched through cameras. She had her clawed hand over her mouth. She is going to die. No species can survive that combination of toxins. Maya took her first bite. She chewed thoughtfully. Her face showed concentration. Then she swallowed. Every alien held their breath, waiting for her to collapse, waiting for screams of pain. Maya's face brightened. "Oh, wow. This tastes exactly like my grandmother's Sunday cooking. She made the spiciest food in our whole city. This brings back memories." She began eating faster, taking big bites, drinking the purple soup like it was water. The smoking vegetables disappeared quickly. A brave four-armed alien named Crix slowly approached her table. He had to know the truth. "Human Maya, how are you still alive? That food should have killed you 3 times already." Maya looked up while chewing. She swallowed and wiped her mouth. "Oh, this. Yeah, I am from Earth. We have this thing called spicy food. We actually eat it for fun. My friend back home loves these peppers called ghost peppers. They are so hot, they make you cry. But they taste great." She pointed at her empty tray. "Is there a place to get seconds? I am still pretty hungry." The entire cafeteria erupted in shocked whispers. An alien with multiple heads said, "Impossible. Earth must be the most terrifying planet in the galaxy." Crix sat down across from Maya. He had made a decision. If she could survive this, then maybe she could teach him something. "Can I sit with you?" Maya grinned. "Of course. The more the merrier. Want to try some of this bread? It glows in the dark." "How cool is that?" Crix looked at the bread nervously. He took the smallest piece possible. He touched it to his tongue. His eyes went wide. He spit it out immediately. "Burning. My mouth is burning." Maya patted his shoulder. "First time with spicy food. Don't worry. You get used to it. Back on Earth, even our children eat stuff like this." Suddenly, the emergency alarm blasted through the cafeteria. All lights turned red. A computerized voice announced, "Emergency combat drill in 60 seconds. All cadets report to combat arena immediately." This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill. Plates crashed to the floor. Aliens ran toward the exits in panic. Some were screaming. Others were already activating their combat armor. Maya calmly finished her last bite. She stood up and grabbed one more piece of glowing bread for later. She looked at Crix. "Well, that was good timing. I just finished eating. Ready to go." Crix stared at her in disbelief. "You are not scared." Maya shrugged. "Not really. I just had a great breakfast. I feel energized. Let us see what this combat drill is about." They ran toward the arena together. But while every other alien sprinted in terror, Maya jogged peacefully, like someone going for a casual morning exercise. The galaxy was slowly learning a terrifying truth. Humans did not just survive death world conditions. They enjoyed them. The emergency alarm screamed through the entire academy. Red lights flashed in every hallway. All cadets scrambled toward the combat arena. Their faces showed pure terror. Alien cadets were running at full speed. Some were already crying. Others were praying to their gods. A 4-armed alien named Vex shouted while running, "Combat simulation drill. This is how most cadets die every year." Maya was jogging calmly behind the group. She looked like someone going for a morning run in the park. Her breathing was steady and relaxed. Crix the blue-scaled alien slowed down to match her pace. "Human Maya, you must run faster. Last year, 89 cadets died in this simulation. The virtual enemies are programmed from real hive monsters. Those creatures destroyed 12 entire civilizations. Maya smiled at him. Thanks for the warning, Crix. But I will be fine. I do not want to be tired before the exercise even starts. They entered the massive combat arena. It was the size of 10 football fields. Holographic generators lined the walls. The ceiling showed a fake sky that looked exactly like deep space. Instructor Zara stood on a high platform. Her voice boomed through speakers. Today you face the hive monsters. They are the most dangerous predators in known space. You will fight in teams of 5. Those who survive get to continue training. Those who fail will be sent home. Those who die will be honored. The alien cadets quickly formed teams. They grouped together based on their home planets. But nobody wanted Maya on their team. They avoided eye contact with her. Maya stood alone in the center of the arena. She stretched her arms and rolled her shoulders like an athlete warming up. Zar noticed this. Human, you cannot enter without a team. It is suicide. Maya looked up at her. It is okay, Instructor Zara. I will be quick. I have study time scheduled in 20 minutes, and I do not want to be late. The entire arena went silent. Even the other instructors watching from the observation deck stopped talking. Zara pressed a button. Fine. Enter alone. Let us see how long you survive. The holographic generators activated. The air shimmered and twisted. Suddenly 6 massive hive monsters appeared in front of Maya. They were 3 meters tall with razor-sharp claws and acid dripping from their jaws. The other alien cadets backed away in horror. Some covered their eyes. They did not want to watch Maya die. But Maya did something nobody expected. She smiled wider than before. Then she cracked her knuckles. Oh, good. Finally something interesting. Let's begin. The command room was filled with senior instructors. They stared at the giant screen, showing Maya's combat scores. Every number was perfect. Every record was broken. Instructor Zara stood before the Supreme Academy commander, a massive insect-like alien with 6 eyes. Commander, we have a serious problem. The human has achieved 100% in every single test. She completed the hive monster simulation in 8 minutes. The previous record was 3 hours. The commander's voice was deep and clicking. This is impossible. Humans are supposed to be weak. They come from a backwater planet. How is she doing this? Another instructor spoke up. Sir, I believe we need to use Protocol Dark 7, the psychological warfare chamber. It creates illusions of the subject's deepest fears. No species has ever lasted more than 2 hours inside. The commander nodded slowly. Activate Protocol Dark 7 immediately. Let us see if the human can handle her own mind. Maya was walking back to her room after combat training. She was humming another Earth song. 2 security guards approached her. Cadet Maya Chen, you are required for additional evaluation. Come with us. Maya followed them through dark hallways she had never seen before. They stopped at a massive black door. Strange symbols glowed on its surface. The guards opened the door. Inside was complete darkness. You will enter alone. The test will begin when the door closes. Maya stepped inside. Okay, how long will this take? I have homework due tomorrow. The door slammed shut behind her. Total darkness surrounded her. Then the room began to change. The air grew cold. Shadows moved in the corners. Suddenly giant spiders appeared on the walls. Each one was the size of a car. Their red eyes glowed in the dark. From hidden cameras, the instructors watched Maya's vital signs, waiting for her heart rate to spike, waiting for her to scream. But Maya's voice came through the speakers calm and curious. Oh, wow. You are a really big spider. My Aunt Jennifer had a pet tarantula named Mr. Fuzzy. You kind of look like him, but way bigger. She walked closer to the illusion. The spider monster hissed and showed its fangs. Maya sat down cross-legged on the floor. Are you supposed to scare me? Because honestly, you are kind of cute. Do you want to be friends? In the command room, every instructor's jaw dropped. Zara whispered, what kind of species makes friends with their nightmares? The chamber increased intensity. Darkness deepened. Now illusions of losing loved ones appeared. Visions of failure and loneliness. things that broke the minds of the strongest warriors. Maya yawned. She lay down on the cold floor. You know what? This room is actually really comfortable. The darkness reminds me of my bedroom back on Earth. I think I will take a nap. Within minutes, her breathing became steady and slow. She had fallen asleep. 8 hours later, Instructor Zara had to enter the chamber personally to wake her up. Maya opened her eyes slowly. Oh, hi, Instructor Zara. Sorry I overslept. That was the best sleep I have had since arriving here. Can I use this room again tomorrow night? Zara had no words. She simply stared at the human girl, who turned a nightmare chamber into a bedroom. Outside the chamber, Crix was waiting. When Maya emerged, he asked a question everyone wanted answered. Maya, what are humans? Why do you fear nothing? Maya thought for a moment. We fear plenty of things back on Earth, but we learned something important. Fear is just fear. It cannot actually hurt you unless you let it. Plus, after dealing with taxes and job interviews, nothing scares us anymore. Before anyone could respond, emergency speakers activated. All cadets report to main assembly immediately. The void trials begin in 48 hours. Attendance is mandatory. Refusal means immediate expulsion from the academy. The hallway filled with panicked voices. Alien cadets were already crying. The void trials were legendary. They were the place where heroes went to die. Maya looked at Crix. What are the void trials? Crix's face turned pale blue. It is a mission into the void dimension. A place where reality does not work. Where time breaks. Where minds shatter. Last year, 100 cadets entered. Only 7 came back. And those 7 were never the same again. Maya nodded slowly. Sounds challenging. I should probably pack some snacks then. The galaxy was about to witness something it had never seen before. A human entering the place where nightmares were born, and she was bringing sandwiches. The main assembly hall was packed with every cadet in the academy. The air felt heavy with tension. Even the instructors looked worried. This had never happened before. Instructor Zara stood at the center platform. Her usual cold expression was gone. Now she looked serious, almost afraid. She activated the holographic display behind her. Attention, all cadets. I have received orders from Galactic High Command. The void trials will begin in 48 hours. Every single cadet must participate. There are no exceptions. Refusal means immediate expulsion. The hologram showed a swirling black portal. It looked like a wound in space itself. Around it floated the wreckage of old spacecraft. Some were torn in half. Others were twisted into impossible shapes. Zara continued speaking. The void trials are held once every 5 years. You will enter a dimension where normal physics do not exist. Time moves differently there. Sometimes faster. Sometimes backward. Your minds will be tested beyond anything you have experienced. She pressed another button. A long list of names appeared. The hologram showed 1,247 names, all carved in stone. These are the cadets who died in previous void trials. Warriors, legends, heroes, all of them entered the void. None of them came back alive. The survival rate is less than 10%. An alien in the front row raised a shaking tentacle. Instructor, what exactly is inside the void? Zara's eyes grew darker. Chaos. Pure chaos. The mission is simple. Enter the void dimension. Navigate through the twisted maze. Retrieve the core crystal from the center. Return alive. Teams of 10 will enter together. If even one member of your team survives, you pass. If your entire team dies, you fail permanently. The hall erupted in panicked voices. Cadets were crying. Some were already planning to quit the academy. Others were writing goodbye messages to their families. Maya raised her hand calmly. She was sitting in the back row next to Crix. Zara noticed her. Yes, human. Maya stood up. Will there be bathroom breaks during the trial? Also, are we allowed to bring food? I get cranky when I am hungry. The entire hall went silent. Aliens turned to stare at her. Some looked at her like she was insane. Others looked at her with a tiny bit of hope. Zara blinked slowly. She had seen Maya do impossible things. But this question was somehow the strangest. Human Maya, Did you not hear what I just said? This is the most dangerous trial in the galaxy. Thousands have died. Maya nodded. Yes, ma'am. I heard everything. That is exactly why I want to bring snacks. Dangerous missions always take a long time, and I perform better when I am not hungry. So can I bring sandwiches or not? An instructor behind Zara actually laughed. It was a short surprise sound. Nobody had ever asked about snacks before a death mission. Zara rubbed her forehead with her clawed hand. Fine. Bring whatever you want. It will not matter anyway. Dismissed. You have 48 hours to prepare. Use them wisely. The cadets filed out slowly. Most went to the communication center to call their families. Others went to the chapel to pray. Some went straight to their rooms to pack their things and leave. Maya walked toward the cafeteria. Crix followed her. Maya, are you not scared? Even a little bit. Maya thought about it while walking. Honestly, Crix, yes, I am a little scared. The void sounds really dangerous. But being scared never stopped humans before. We have a saying on Earth. When you are going through hell, keep going. Plus, I really meant it about the snacks. I make excellent sandwiches. Crix made a clicking sound that was his species' version of laughing. You are the strangest being I have ever met, but also the bravest. Can I be on your team for the void trials? Maya smiled warmly. Of course. I would be honored. Let us get more team members. We need 8 more. By the end of the day, something unexpected happened. 10 cadets volunteered to be on Maya's team. Not because they thought they would survive, but because if they were going to die anyway, they wanted to die with a human who made friends with nightmares and ate acid for breakfast. The night before the void trials, the academy was quiet. Most cadets could not sleep. They lay awake thinking about death and failure. But from Maya's room came soft humming. She was preparing sandwiches. Peanut butter and jelly. Turkey and cheese. Even some with that glowing bread from the cafeteria. She packed them carefully in her bag. Then she wrote a note and stuck it to her wall. Dear future me, if you are reading this after the void trials, it means you survived. Good job. You are awesome. If someone else is reading this, it means I did not make it. That is okay. I tried my best. Please send my sandwiches to Crix. He deserves them. She climbed into bed and fell asleep in minutes. While the galaxy trembled in fear, one human girl dreamed peacefully about home. Tomorrow the void would open, and it would learn what humans were truly made of. The spacecraft carrying all cadets landed back at the academy. Maya's team had done the impossible. They retrieved the core crystal. All 10 members survived. The entire academy was celebrating. But something felt different. The landing platform was filled with high-ranking military officers. Ships from every corner of the galaxy were parked outside. Flags from hundreds of worlds flew in the air. Instructor Zara stood at the front. Next to her was someone Maya had never seen before. He was tall, almost 3 meters. His body was covered in golden armor that seemed alive. His 4 eyes glowed with ancient wisdom. Zara's voice was unusually respectful. All cadets stand at attention. Supreme Commander Taurix has arrived. He leads the entire Galactic Defense Force. Show respect. Every alien cadet immediately bowed deeply. Even the instructors bowed. This being was a legend. He had fought in wars that lasted centuries. He had never lost a single battle in 300 years. Maya was exhausted from the void trials. She had not slept in 2 days. She bowed, but nearly fell over from tiredness. The Supreme Commander's voice was deep and powerful. I have traveled across 5 star systems to be here today. I came because I heard impossible rumors. Rumors about a human who survives what kills legends. Rumors that made me curious. He walked down the line of cadets. His footsteps echoed like thunder. He stopped directly in front of Maya. You are Maya-chan, the human from Earth, the one who ate Death World food, who befriended her fears, who led a team through the void and brought everyone back alive. Maya stood up straight despite her exhaustion. Yes, sir. That is me. Nice to meet you. Aliens around her gasped. Nobody spoke casually to the Supreme Commander. But Tower X did something shocking. He smiled. His 4 eyes sparkled with amusement. Your reputation does not do you justice. I have one final test for you. If you pass, you graduate immediately. If you fail, you return to regular training. Maya rubbed her eyes. Okay, what is the test? TalRx stepped back into the center of the platform. His armor began glowing brighter. The test is simple, human. Fight me. Use everything you learned. Show me what makes humans special. You have 60 seconds to prepare. The entire academy erupted in chaos. Cadets were shouting. Instructors were protesting. This was insane. Nobody could fight the Supreme Commander and survive. Crix grabbed Maya's arm. Maya, you can refuse. There is no shame. He has defeated armies by himself. This is not fair. Maya looked at TalRx. Then she looked at her team. They had trusted her in the void. She had brought them home. She would not show fear now. She stepped forward. Instructor Zara, can I borrow a training staff? Zara handed her a metal staff with shaking hands. Maya, please be careful. He could kill you with one strike. Maya nodded. I know, but I did not come to this academy to be safe. I came to learn, and you cannot learn without trying. She walked to the center platform. Her body was tired. Her muscles ached, but her mind was clear. She thought about everything she experienced. The gravity chamber, the combat simulations, the void itself. She remembered something her grandfather told her before she left Earth. Maya, strength is not about being the biggest or the fastest. Strength is about adapting, about finding solutions nobody else sees. That is what makes humans survive. TalRx raised his hand. The battle begins now. He moved faster than light. His fist came toward Maya's head. Any normal being would have been knocked unconscious instantly. But Maya did not try to block. She moved sideways. Just barely. The fist missed by centimeters. She used the momentum to spin and strike at his knee joint. The staff bounced off his armor harmlessly. But TalRx paused. Interesting. You did not freeze. You did not panic. Continue. They fought for 10 minutes. Maya never landed a real hit, but she also never got hit herself. She dodged. She rolled. She used the environment. She even threw sand from the platform into his eyes. TalRx laughed. A deep booming sound. You fight dirty. I love it, but let us see how you handle this. He activated his full power. Energy waves exploded from his body. The platform cracked. Weaker cadets were blown backward. Maya planted her staff into the ground. She held on with all her strength. Her arms screamed in pain, but she did not let go. When the energy faded, she was still standing, breathing hard, sweating, but standing. TalRx stopped. He powered down his armor. Enough. You pass. Maya dropped the staff. She sat down hard on the ground. She was too tired to stand anymore. TalRx walked over and sat next to her. Do you know why I stopped the fight? Maya shook her head while catching her breath. Because you already won. Not by defeating me, but by showing me something I needed to see. You showed adaptability, creativity, determination, and most importantly, you showed that humans do not give up even when victory is impossible. He stood and addressed the entire academy. His voice carried across the platform. I came here to test a human. But the human was not the one being tested. All of you were. This academy was created as an experiment. We needed to know if humans were ready to join the Galactic Alliance. But we also needed to know if the galaxy was ready to accept humans. Instructor Zara stepped forward. Sir, what do you mean? TalRx gestured to Maya. Every challenge, every test, every impossible task. They were designed to push her to breaking point. We expected her to fail. We expected her to quit. We expected her to prove that humans were too weak for the galaxy. He looked at all the alien cadets. But something else happened. She did not just survive. She thrived. And more importantly, she helped all of you survive too. In the Void trials, she could have abandoned her team. But she stayed. She shared her food. She told jokes to keep morale high. She led from the front. Crix spoke up nervously. So this was all a setup. TalRx nodded. Yes, and humanity passed with perfect marks. As of today, Earth is officially welcomed into the Galactic Alliance. And Maya-chun, you are promoted to the rank of junior instructor. You will help train the next generation of human cadets. Maya's eyes went wide. Wait, more humans are coming here. Tower X smiled. A ship full of them arrives next week. Congratulations, Instructor Maya. You just became responsible for teaching your own species how to survive in our galaxy. The Academy erupted in cheers. Aliens and humans celebrating together. Crix lifted Maya onto his shoulders. She was too shocked to protest. That night, there was a massive celebration. Music from 100 worlds played. Food from across the galaxy was served. Maya sat with her team eating sandwiches and laughing. 1 week later, Maya stood at the landing platform. A spacecraft descended from the sky. The door opened. 20 young humans stepped out. They looked nervous, excited, scared. Maya walked forward in her new instructor uniform. She smiled warmly. Welcome to Galactic Military Academy. My name is Instructor Maya-chun. I am from Earth just like you. I know you are probably worried. This place seems dangerous. The food is weird. The gravity feels strange. But I promise you something. If you work hard, if you stay curious, if you never give up, you'll do amazing things here. A young human girl raised her hand. Instructor Maya, is it true you made friends with monsters and ate poison for breakfast? Maya laughed. Yes, and you will too. Trust me, lunch is the hardest part. As the new cadets walked into the academy, Maya watched them go. She thought about how far she had come. From a nervous girl on a spacecraft to an instructor training the next generation. The galaxy had learned an important lesson. Humans were not the strongest species, not the smartest, not the fastest, but they had something special. They had hope. They had adaptability. They had the ability to find joy even in the darkest places. And that made them unstoppable. The end.